Hi Grace, thanks for coming. It's good to see you.
See you too.
Since we've been meeting together for a while, I'd like for us to start out today's session with you telling me a little bit about your week and how things are going,
Okay.
and see how things are going with your homework and that type of thing.
First off, I've actually started filling out more of the form that
Oh,
you gave me
good.
in the last session, and
Good
I
for
feel
you.
like that helped a bit. I just started writing down more automatic thoughts.
Okay.
Like, I will never have really any close friends because I'm not a good person. The more I think about this, really, the more I realize I do this more often than I thought.
All right. So you see there is some value in writing
Yeah.
that down on a piece of paper and starting to think about it. So you can change your
Oh,
thoughts.
yeah.
Very good.
Didn't realize I did it as much as I do.
Okay. Awesome.
I actually had a situation, though, this week at work where a friend of mine there, a lady that I started talking to recently, that we shared some, similar interests and stuff. We were going to have lunch, and she ended up canceling at the last minute due to a project she had to work on.
Okay.
And I immediately assumed that, well, she doesn't want to do anything with me. She never wanted to originally, so that's why she canceled.
Right. Well, it's good that you recognize that that's an example of an irrational belief
Yeah.
or an automatic thought, right?
It definitely seemed to be a step in the right direction.
Okay. So, are there other situations that you want to discuss?
I had some alternative thoughts about this as well. I wrote this down on the worksheet.
Good for
Which,
you.
yeah, I feel like I
Great.
actually had some more steps there, and I wrote that you probably actually did have to work.
Okay, very
And,
good. And that's the kind of thing I want you to begin to do. And that's great that you're starting to do some analysis of your own thought patterns and you're making some changes.
I felt
That's
like
really
that was
good.
a thing. I actually talked myself out of being depressed.
Great.
That, after I wrote it down, I kind of looked at it and thought, oh, that seems
Okay.
to be more reality-based than the other one.
All right, that's great progress.
And I also realized it's not the end of the world if I have to just reschedule another time.
Okay, that's perfect. And that's exactly what we were talking about last time. So that's wonderful. So it sounds like you're really working hard to think about your automatic thoughts or your unrealistic beliefs and how they might be inaccurate or they might be just based on overgeneralizations and that type of thing. So that's great. Are there any other situations that have come up this week besides that? It sounds like you handled that great.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
I felt good about myself with that one. Not really any other ones that stand out in my mind.
Okay.
I just feel like I'm able to handle stuff a little better now since we first started meeting.
Okay,
So,
great. And are you still writing in your journal?
Oh, yes. I'm writing a lot of stuff with thoughts that I'm having, to record things that I'm doing that seem to make me uncomfortable.
Okay.
Just even writing stuff down makes me feel better.
All right, that's great. And so next time what I'd like for you to do is if you could bring your journal in, and I would like for you to start thinking about some of the progress you've made, which it sounds like you've already started that.
Yeah.
So that's really good. One thing that you talked, or you've mentioned several times, is that you feel depressed on the weekends.
Yeah.
So I'd like for us to try to figure out maybe how we can help you during those times, since that
Okay.
seems to be a time that you're having some issues. Can you tell me about what you do on the weekends, or what your weekends are like?
It's as if I really want to go home and do some things. On Friday night, I have all these ideas. Oh, yeah, we could do this, or go to the movies, or
Right.
do whatever, call somebody up. But I end up not doing anything. I get home, I get depressed. I realize my daughter's not there. I don't have anyone to talk to. All I do is sit and watch TV, it seems like, and
Okay.
think of the things that I want to do and not actually ever act on it.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that with me. So what I'd like for you to do now is to think of all the things that you might want to do. What are some
Okay.
things that you really enjoy?
Well, number one, I really enjoy walking.
Okay.
And going to parks, outdoors type stuff.
Okay.
I like going to the movies.
Perfect. That's the kind of thing I'm thinking
Okay,
about.
great.
So out of this whole list of things, what's the thing that would make you feel the best?
I
And
think,
let's work on that one.
Going to the park and walking, or just
Okay.
getting out there.
Okay. All right. Let's think about it then.
Okay.
So we're going to make a plan. And what is keeping you from walking today?
Really, there's two things.
Okay.
First one, I like to talk while I walk,
Okay.
and I don't have anyone to really
Okay.
walk with. And the second one is there's not really any safe places around where I live.
Okay. Well, let's tackle these one at a time.
Okay.
Let's think about who are some possible people that you could actually walk with.
There is a lady actually across the street that
Mhm.
I've exchanged pleasantries with, just your hello, how are you today, weather's nice type stuff. I see her out walking all the time with her dog.
Okay.
And I think she would probably be a nice person to walk with.
Okay, well, that's a start, and what I'd
Okay.
like for you to do is to consider
Mhm.
talking to her about walking, and then think about some other people.
Okay.
And just write their names in your journal,
Mm-hmm.
so you can say, yeah, these are people I'd like to walk with.
Okay.
Now, let's think about the other one. You said the obstacle there is that you really don't have
Mhm.
a place
Yeah.
that's safe that you want to walk. So where would you enjoy walking? You know, what's around your house or close to your work, perhaps?
Places that are in driving distance
Uh-huh.
are, I think there's about 2 or 3 parks that I
Okay,
could probably drive to in a sensible amount of time.
right.
And I do know there's a Y on my way home,
All right.
but I'm not a member there, so that kind of counts that one out.
Right. So when we think about things that we enjoy doing, and if we really do want to do them, if you could go through this process that we're doing here and think about what is it that's keeping me from doing that, and
Okay.
make a plan. So before next time, you're going to make a list of folks that you might want to walk with,
Okay.
and like you just think of places that you could walk, and if you want to join the Y, you know, just think about what you would like to do, and let's formulate a plan. And then I'd like for you to think about a time when you could walk.
Okay.
Can you think of a date that you could actually set?
At the moment, I'm not sure.
Okay, but you get the idea.
Okay,
So
yeah.
before the next session, I'd like for you to work on that,
I can
please,
try
and
that,
write
yeah.
it in your journal for me, okay?
I,
So it's really important in your life to have things that you enjoy. And if something's keeping you from doing it, we can work together so that you
Okay.
can start actually enjoying those. And then your weekends will be a lot more fun than just sitting on the couch,
okay,
thinking about things you might want to do.
that's good. That's
Okay.
really good.
All right, thank you.